Let's take a quick look at the South Park destruction of Meghan and Harry, just because it's so funny.
We want privacy! We want privacy!
Now, there are rumours they might be suing, because they sue everybody over everything normally, especially if it's true.
Meghan just got humiliated on a global scale, and there's no coming back from this one. Inside her lavish Montecito estate, Meghan Markle isn't sipping herbal tea and posing for serene Instagram reels. Nope. She's pacing back and forth in a panic, surrounded by lawyers, PR handlers, and a mountain of draft lawsuits that read more like a royal meltdown than a legal strategy. Why? Because the creators of South Park did what they do best, mocked her, and she tried to silence them, and failed miserably.
For those of you who are listening, that was the cartoon Meghan and Harry holding their placards, their protesting signs saying, "We want privacy, we want privacy." Okay. And then we've got the twerking video. So we're going to take a look at this together.
Back to back.
Back to back.
I mean, if they're looking at that and think this is clever.
Yeah.
I mean, are they stupid or what?
Well, I think they
just think, because it just looks like it's in such poor taste, and yet she thinks that she's a princess and has the right almost to be HRH, although officially
Meghan Markle in allegedly a labor and delivery room with her loser of a husband, pregnant and twerking to allegedly induce labor. I saw this and I sent an emergency 911 text to Kinsey.
This is, let's have our privacy exhibit. Exhibit A. It would appear to be a rather interesting video, which I'm going to show you now. This is Harry and Meghan dancing in a maternity ward. Very strange piece of video. Let's have a look at Rupert Bell and what he wants to say about it. Rupert, very good morning to you.
Morning, Mike.
This is this is even for them, this is a very bizarre.
The moment where, I mean, she's like, she starts off slow and then she really begins to feel herself, you can tell. And, you know, this most sacred moment, and he's coming into frame like...
It's weird, basically. It's to celebrate Lilibet's 4th birthday, because that was supposedly recorded while she was in labour, waiting for the birth of Lilibet. I shouldn't use the title, but has been quietly using it in places. I mean, it's downright awful. And
backwards, like, please help me, Kinsey. What is going on here?
She was one beat drop away from my neck, my back, and believe me when I tell you, Meghan Markle can finish that sentence.
What started as a cartoon parody has exploded into a full-on war, and Meghan just brought a butter knife to a nuclear standoff. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the minds behind South Park, didn't just fire back, they laughed in her face, doubled down, and made the entire situation 10 times worse. Meghan tried to flex legal muscle, but instead she triggered a media storm and revealed just how desperate, petty, and manipulative she really is. Let's break down the disaster. Behind closed doors, Meghan's team drafted what insiders are calling a velvet hammer lawsuit, a 30-page monstrosity stacked with threats, legal jargon, and dramatic accusations like prenatal harassment and emotional trauma. That's right, Meghan Markle, a global celebrity married to royalty, actually tried to claim a cartoon caused her emotional distress before the episode even aired. The only problem? South Park doesn't blink. When word of the lawsuit reached the writers' room, they didn't panic. They laughed out loud. Reportedly, Trey Parker turned to Matt Stone and joked, "We just sold out our first ad slot," right before creating a new South Park Slack channel titled Operation Bring It. And while Meghan's legal team scrambled to weaponize paperwork and scare Paramount Studios into submission, the South Park creators sharpened their pencils. Not only did they refuse to back down, they reportedly added new scenes to the parody, including a cartoon Meghan dancing with a baby bump while pitching jam. This wasn't damage control, it was full-on mockery. Inside Meghan's estate, staff watched the walls close in. One assistant printed a thick legal folder filled with placeholder subpoenas, no names, no dates, just stacks of empty threats waiting for Meghan to sign. But every second she waited, South Park grew bolder. Her strategy wasn't legal, it was theatrical. Meghan wasn't trying to win in court, she was trying to scare everyone into silence. Her goal? Cancel the episode before it aired. But instead of silence, she sparked a firestorm. And that's when the real fallout began. Sponsors panicked. A major tech brand reportedly pulled its South Park ad package, whispering about brand safety. Netflix, already on edge with Meghan's lukewarm content, scrambled to distance itself. And her own lifestyle brand? Let's just say the jam didn't exactly fly off the shelves. Behind the scenes, Meghan's financial team calculated the damage. Legal costs, $1 million. Discovery phase, $4 million. PR backlash, priceless. One team member described it as a seesaw of destruction. Every move Meghan tipped her empire closer to collapse. Even insurance companies wanted out. Meghan's liability coverage didn't include satire lawsuits, and her provider demanded a 42% premium hike just to stick around. It gets worse. While Meghan was trying to muzzle comedy writers, her PR team floated a cringe-worthy idea. A soft-focus Instagram video of Meghan making tea and giggling at the controversy. Internally, they called it Hug the Punchline. No one bought it. Meanwhile, the South Park crew kept digging. Leaked sketches showed a new episode scroll titled Notice of Hurt Feelings, signed by the Duchess of Dismay. One scene shows a parody lawyer explaining defamation laws before getting smacked with a rubber chicken. Juvenile, absolutely. Effective, 100%, and Meghan cornered. Outside their estate, the internet was already roasting her. Hashtags like #respectparody and #makesue trended worldwide. Etsy shops started selling cease and desist hoodies. One crypto bro even launched a parody token called Twerk tied to Meghan headlines. It jumped 400% before crashing when rumors swirled about legal threats. Even politicians piled on. A senator from Texas called her lawsuit an attack on the First Amendment, while a UK MP labeled it a royal tantrum in 3 acts. The press didn't care if she filed or not, they already made up their minds. And inside the Paramount legal office, calm, confident, smug. Framed on their wall is a quote from the 1988 Hustler Visa's Falwell Supreme Court case. Public figures can't sue for hurt feelings. They were ready to crush any legal move with an anti-slap motion before Meghan could even blink. Because if she sued and lost, it wouldn't just be a loss in court, it'd be a total loss of credibility, brand power, and control. She was warned. Filing a lawsuit would open the floodgates to discovery, emails, text messages, business records, nothing would be safe, and South Park would feast on every crumb of it for their next episode. And yet, there it was. One final draft complaint, sitting on her desk, signature line blank. The clock was ticking. As the new South Park episode aired, the world didn't gasp. It didn't cry. It laughed. Loudly, mercilessly, unstoppably. Reaction videos flooded YouTube. TikTok stitched every joke into viral gold. And Meghan Markle, the so-called Duchess of Dignity, had just become the punchline of the year. No lawsuit, no victory, just humiliation. Because in the age of internet justice, courtroom memes, and parody law, Meghan Markle thought she could outmaneuver satire with a cease and desist. She couldn't. She tried to silence a cartoon, but instead she made herself the cartoon. And once again, the spotlight she fought so hard to control turned against her.